thy presence, feeling thy grace, feeling thy radiance. You are my source of faith and strength. You are my path and destination, and I'm always connected to you. Nothing of me and everything of you. Lead me higher, lead me deeper, lead me beyond, lead me to you.
Sarangan ng Sarangani. 78,412 na ang total COVID-19 cases sa bansa.
Tinataya ng mga UP Diliman experts na posibleng umabot sa
Virus na
100.
kumitil sa buhay ng mahigit 4,000 na.
Nagpahayag na pansamantalang magsasara ng kanilang operasyon bunsod ng epekto ng COVID-19
Pas na
pandemya.
24
There
oras.
is no struggle of power here. Walang away dito, walang gera. It's just a matter of protecting and defending you from COVID-19.
Ang hangyo lang namo, protect yourself and protect your neighbor.
Good evening, Sarangani Province. Welcome to the most awaited final live presentation and question and answer session of this year's Sarang-Ini Solution Pitching Competition. And this is Victor, your host for tonight's most awaited final round. And now, let's meet our delegates from the three participating municipalities. Let's begin with the delegates from the municipality of Malapatan with their project MICE, bringing Sarangani to the peak, implementing MICE to promote tourism and to generate more opportunities for Sarangani youth towards economic sustainability. Let's meet Jarvi, Da, John, Karen, and Miko of Team Malapatan. Next in line are the delegates from the municipality of Alabel with their project Pay Mayad, which aims to provide opportunities for the youths to engage into business and contribute to the economic recovery after COVID-19 pandemic. Representing Alabel are Marian, Andre, Vaughn, and Mark. And now, let's meet the delegates from the municipality of Glan with their project Sarang-Ini Kita. Ways of yesterday preserved for today, earned by tomorrow. Let's meet Aubrey, Yvonne, Christian, Sheila, and Marianne. Now, it's time to meet our judges. Let's begin with Dr. Renichi P. Martinez. She is a Senior Education Program Specialist for Planning and Research in DepEd, Sarangani. She is a research presenter at St. Anne's College, Oxford University in UK last December 5, 2019, and a research presenter at Harvard Medical School, Harvard University, USA last May 21 to 25, 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Renichi P. Martinez. Our second judge is Sir John Oliver M. Tablazon, a Master's in Development Management candidate at Asian Institute of Management, the Provincial Youth Development Officer of Sarangani Province, International Visitor Leadership Program to the U.S. in the year 2019, 2015 National Outstanding Youth Volunteer Awardee, and a Youth Ambassador of Goodwill during the 42nd SHIP for Southeast Asia and Japan Youth Program. Ladies and gentlemen, our second judge is Sir John Oliver M. Tablazon. Next in line is Sir James Bernhardt P. Perpetua, a mathematics major and a research teacher at Holy Trinity College of General Santos City, an Enactus HTC alumnus and a former project leader of a non-stock, non-profit organization composed of academic and business leaders united with the idea of changing the world into a better place through social enterprise. Is also a member of Enactus Philippines, who competed in the Enactus World Cup Project Exposition in London, England, a district officer of the Rotaract Club, and a recipient of General Santos City Youth Achievers Award in School Youth College category. Ladies and gentlemen, Sir James Bernhardt P. Perpetua. Our fourth judge is Ma'am Adeline G. Mendoza. She is a graduate of AB Political Science cum laude, a recipient of Holy Trinity Medal, 2015 Youth Achievers Awardee, the highest award given to the youth of General Santos City, a senior law student at Mindanao State University. Inactus Philippine Team Advisor in the year 2019, World Foods Program Assistant Researcher, Debate Adjudicator, Consistent HTC Solution Pitching Judge, Extemporaneous Speaker, and a Community Worker. Ladies and gentlemen, Ma'am Adeline G. Mendoza. Completing the 5 judges is Sir John Rex B. Galdo, a public speaker and a personality development facilitator with 13 years of experience in life coaching and facilitating individuals and groups for personal growth and career development. He is the Region 12 Vice President for United Nations Youth Association of the Philippines, a Board Director of Mindanao Union of Leaders, and gives values formation seminars, trainings, and inspiration in different localities. A partner of DPWH South Cotabato District 2, Department of Trade and Industry, Philippine Sports Authority, and any other private institutions and local government units and offices of the region in conducting trainings and seminars. He represented Region 12 during the 13th International Youth Day celebration and extemporaneous speaking held at Quezon City. Ladies and gentlemen, our 5th judge, Sir John Rex B. Galdo. And now, let's welcome the solution pitching team from the municipality of Malapatan.
Youth are the ones highly affected by the COVID-19, absorbing every effects from the vulnerability of public health to being disproportionately employed in an informal economy with unfit and mismatched jobs, earning a lesser disposable income.
However, youth also plays the vital role in the recovery of the economy as they are called as the backbone of development.
Youth's stifled voices, lack of participation as per the economy is concerned, and the low to zero knowledge about workforces and job opportunities, especially the ones considered as NEETs or the not in education, employment and training, may exacerbate the already declining economy.
In the world of productivity, many failed to cope and weren't able to stand up from falling as the COVID-19 pandemic spread over the world.
Additionally, the transition caused by the pandemic creates strong impact not only in the lives of the people, but also its economy, as this serves as the life of one's country.
Good day, Sarangani! I am Jarvid Wade Palawan Mulana, and I am the hope of tomorrow's generation.
I am Karen Jane Ateneo, and never too young to change the world.
I am the Hainer Karim and I have the ability to empower others.
I am John Vincent Alundingangan, not good enough to work, but good enough to rule.
And I am Miko Asantista, and I have a vision for a better economy. And we are
the voices of the youth representing the municipality of Malapatan.
Addressing the problem, how can the Sarangani youth effectively contribute to the recovery of the economy of Sarangani from the effects of COVID-19?
The world's drastic change has been hastened by the pandemic, so the youth should acquire enough knowledge to be flexible and adaptive to changes. In the solution that we came up, the youth's ability to adjust will improve as well as its economic resilience, avoiding the stagnation of growth and to reshape the future despite of constant changes. I, together with my team, came up with the solution of
implementing MICE to promote tourism and to generate more opportunities for the Sarangani youth towards economic sustainability.
MICE is defined by Figueroa is a sector of tourism industry, which is an acronym for meetings, incentive travels, conferences, and exhibits. MICE is not only limited to its definition, but it can also cover other sectors of tourism like culture, food and beverages, as well as transportation. What MICE would bring is the people, and events and travelers needing food, accommodation, and transport. According to the Global Association of Exhibitions, as many as 40% of the businesses and conference delegates return to those destinations as leisure tourists, bringing with them their families. Therefore, we can see that every MICE delegate is a potential leisure tourist.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll propose to you the steps in MICE implementation. First step, the government will officiate the implementation of MICE. The Sarangani government shall inform every private sector which can be the main recipient of MICE implementation. According to research, the main issue in the implementation of MICE program in General Santos City is the lack and inconsistent proper communication of plan developments towards their main recipients, which are the accommodation establishments, resulting to some being confused and knows a little to nothing about this program.
Second step will be the creation of Sarangani MICE promotion boards. The Sarangani government shall create a promotion board. The board is in charge in making ordinances, strategies, and mechanisms to effectively position Sarangani as a destination of location for regional, national, and international meetings, incentives, conferences, conventions, events, and exhibitions.
Third step is the development of incentives to encourage entry of MICE. The board shall organize a group to engage in active promotion and implementation of strategies to support MICE program. The board shall create set of incentives as part of the promotion of MICE.
For the fourth step, development of programs to develop globally MICE-ready professionals. The board shall encourage the local academic institutions to develop trainings, programs, and competencies to develop quality professionals needed to serve the requirements of MICE. These shall include SPA, Senior High School Immersion, TASDA program, and etc. This step shall also encourage the involvement of the Sarangani performing arts, local bands, choirs, dancing, to promote activities that will lead to the discovery of talents among Sarangani youth, especially to those NEETs. This step shall also put up exhibits that will showcase the achievements of the residents in any field who are recognized regionally, nationally, or internationally.
Next is acquiring baseline data per municipality to serve as basis for MICE. The board should collect and analyze data related to MICE, such as number of rooms, price ranges, facilities, restaurants, shops, and transportation modes per municipality to suffice the accommodation of tourists. They shall conduct market research of products that are attractive or appealing to tourists, such as food and beverages, with the help of product manufacturers.
Next step is to develop mechanism to encourage inbound tourism. The board shall identify and recommend required infrastructures, generate methodologies for the evaluation of possible events to be hosted, participate in fairs and congress, support bids, and in parallel develop other products and forge strategic alliances with the various actors in the industry, like airlines, shipping lines, and service vehicle companies. This step shall also encourage the standardization of rooms, services, security, and tourist buses.
Next will be the encouragement for trade missions. The board shall encourage the private sectors to develop trade missions to the neighboring cities and places. The Sarangani government shall establish linkages and connectivity with the neighboring local government units for the cooperation in the development of tourism in the region. This will facilitate ready destination for tours outside Sarangani like itinerary programs.
During the implementation of MICE, ladies and gentlemen, here are the steps. Government engaging into biddings. Biddings participated by the government is in charge of this program. The primary reason why many events as per MICE concerned conducted in General Santos City. They shall attend conventions regarding MICE and bids, hosting regionally or nationally to promote Sarangani by presenting what Sarangani could offer.
Next is submission of MICE report. MICE report will be submitted to the government, which will be part of the ordinance to be mandated by the businesses. This report details the number of conventions, meetings, and such related events held by the businesses.
Lastly is the evaluation of government's effort. Together with the MICE report, the government should consistently evaluate their strategies and efforts in promoting MICE in Sarangani by giving out evaluations to the businesses and conducts regular survey for this matter to monitor how much extent the development of MICE will be and to seek suggestions to those businesses since they are the main recipient of this program.
Tourism has experienced continuous growth and deepening diversification to become one of the fastest growing economic sector in the world. MICE, as a result, contributes to its rapid increase. One of the best examples of MICE is the MICE program of General Santos City, which currently sits as the MICE capital of Region 12 and one of the top 3 best MICE cities in Mindanao, behind Davao and Cagayan. Implementing MICE will magnify the reputation of the already established name of Sarangani and sustain the growth of the economy.
Aside from the aforementioned effects, the following are also highly considered. First, increase in tourist arrivals. According to 2017 Tourist Arrival Statistical Report of General Santos City, it shows that there were 1,136,776 tourist arrivals visiting the city, a 15% increase from 2016. With the steady increase of tourist arrivals visiting the city, more infrastructure was done to accommodate the tourists.
Second is that more businesses opportunities. With a possible increase of tourist arrivals, many business opportunities may arise. With the rising events and series of reservations due to MICE, Sarangani will be able to establish new existing businesses and new businesses. As such, young entrepreneurs will be given a chance to take risks and to push through what is their desired business as well.
It will also result in an increase in employment rates, especially for the Sarangani youth. Based on the data gathered from regional PSA, the percentage comparison of employment rate of 15 to 64 years old and 15 to 29 years old in Sarangani is 1.75% and 0.83% respectively. MICE can be a great program to the recovery of the declining number of employment, thus pulling back the economy. With more business opportunities to rise, it will surely result in increase in employment as standardization and creation of new businesses requires more labor force.
Next will be the increase in business income. MICE from the private sector's perspective basically concerns directly to the maximization of profit of the businesses. And as many people as MICE would bring in Sarangani, it will not just develop the economy as a whole, but it will also make businesses expand their business transactions, which will generate more income, and it will attract venture capitalists to invest to those businesses.
Last but not limited to is the increase in income tax return. The greater return to businesses means the greater income tax to be paid. Also, it depends on how well the businesses could generate more profit and on how well the businesses operates.
As we define the word contribution in relation to the problem, it means how much impact it will cause to shrink down the effect of the pandemic. And at the same time, it will provide longer effect, and as time goes by, it will give out bigger outturn to the sustainability of the economy as it will generate more jobs opportunities for the youth.
One best factor for the recovery of the economy as well as its growth is measured through employment rate. The ability of one's place to provide employment to its people increases depending on how many are the businesses and what are the activities and programs intended solely for the economy, other than securities it provide, which could open jobs and other opportunities.
Tourism in general manner hires youth, for they are the ones who can be trained easily, flexible, adaptive, competitive, innovative, and open to ideas which are timely and relevant.
With how broad the scope of the MICE program is, which may cover all of the tourism sectors and other economic sectors, surely the youth is one who will greatly contribute to the increase of employment, may lessen, if not eliminated, the effects of this pandemic. And as the Sarangani soars high, it will expand its scope, giving out more to the youth, both informal and informal sectors like NEETs.
However, employment does not limit to the private sectors only, but also upon the implementation of the program. Youth will be the one perfect for the job as the marketing committee of the MICE promotion boards, and Sarangani and Kabataan as a part of the board shall be in charge in trainings and other related activities.
As what has mentioned in the steps, the MICE Promotion Board shall create a group intended for the promotion and production of marketing collaterals such as brochures, flyers, audiovisual presentations, infographics, and the likes for the promotion of Sarangani, especially the MICE itself.
These individuals need not to be professionals to pull off this work, because in our generation today are simply the digital era, in which technology is almost the center of transactions, communications, and means to reach out to other people. Access to everything is very easy, so it only requires sufficient trainings and briefings for this matter. In short, maximizing the help of the internet.
When the MICE program is already implemented, it will create a domino effect as the success of the properly implemented MICE program. That will result to an increased number of youth getting hired, which is an indication of an increase in unemployment rate, thus resulting to the success of the economy.
To sum it up, the government should enact their first effort to give way to the private sectors, and in return, the private sectors will do their part to satisfy the delegates and participants.
The relationship of the government and the private sectors in connection to MICE shall be fiduciary in nature,
wherein both will work together, acquiring confidence and trust as they better improve the economic sustainability of Sarangani, to which will open more possibilities as well as increase in the profit of the business.
Therefore, implementing MICE will promote tourism and will generate more opportunities for the Sarangani youth towards economic sustainability.
MICE, as what has been said, is a longer continuous process as it develops the economy and brings Sarangani to the peak. So ladies and gentlemen,
don't you ever think twice, the solution is MICE.
Good evening, Sarangani Province, and we have today the first presenter para sa ating Q&A session for the solution pitching. Ladies and gentlemen, let's help me welcome Team Malapatan. We have Jarvie. Hi, Jarvie. Hi, kawai. We also have Da. Hi, Da.
Hi!
And we have John. Hi, Sir John. Yes, and we also have Karen. And last but not the least, we have Miko. Okay, good luck guys. Ate Chin, pasok.
So yun, alam kong handang-handa na ang Municipality of Malapatan. But before that, I would just like to acknowledge the presence of your PPSK President, whom I know na andyan ngayon kasama nyo. Hello, Honorable Jo Maria Estrella. Thank you for hosting our solution feature coming from your municipality. So, you've gone so far with your preparation, and now we are ready for the question and answer. And our judges are ready, so let's proceed to our first judge to throw his question. Let's welcome Sir John Rex Gallo.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Chino. So, congratulations in advance, participants coming from Malapatan, no? So I know it's been a tough preparation, pero para hindi na tayo matagalan, because I believe the night is taking too long, I would like to focus on, I have actually two questions, pero these questions are just related to one another, no? So in your presentation, in your MICE project, you made mention that you will not require educational qualifications of young people for them to be part of the program. Kasi sabi nyo, kahit you will empower them even if they are not graduated with any such courses or don't have a very good educational background. Nasabi nyo yun, no? So, and then, pinupunto natin na parang yung itong mga kabataang ito, hindi kailangan talagang maging professional in the field, no? With their skills, with their, anong tawag dito, skills, their assets, no, na meron sila, that is more than enough to run the said project. However, my question is, no, how are we going to sustain the credibility of these people? How are we going to sustain the credibility of these etong mga kabataang ito, no? Considering that in the present era, andyan na yung mga scam, so on and so forth, no? So, paano natin, i-disregard ba natin yung educational background para lang i-run ang isang programa?
The question. For that matters, we made mention about trainings of the youth, which are in correction to your question. So, what we are trying to say is that these children or ang mga youth na ito ay hindi kailangan talaga na nakagraduate, but we can compromise yung sinasabi mo credibility na kailangan talaga natin i-consider sa pagpapa-apply o pag-employ ng mga youth. And you want to add up?
Mention ko lang po, sir, ang sabi niyo po kanina is pamamalakad po ng youth. Actually, sir, the MICE itself po, hindi po siya yung pamamalakad ng youth. What we want to emphasize is the contribution. Yung contribution po is to increase the employment rate, which is, yun po yung parang main point po para maka-recover ang economy or para ang sustainability ng economy. So, since ang government po is nagkakandak sila ng mga trainings and seminars for different purposes, why not include MICE itself, trainings and seminars for those NETs, yung mga natin education, employment and training po na students, para po maging yung credibility nila para mag-work doon as MICE na employees is mag-increase pa po.
I just want to add up, sir. Um, kasi po, these NEETs, yung mga, like, for the hotels po, housekeepers, so they don't need po professional background, just trainings po for that man.
Like for example po, yung pong mga tested na mga trainings. So, yun pong sa mga housekeeping, di ba? If may trainings po kasi na galing sa sa gobyerno. Thank you po.
Pwede ba
Alright.
ako pala
So,
question,
time's
Ma'am
up.
Shane? Very short lang.
Sige, sir.
I just wanted to hear this coming from them. Kasi doon ako na-focus sa educational na background kasi the exact in your presentation nakalagay the exact statement that was used the presenters was these individuals need not to be professionals, no? So okay, consider ko na natin yun na you will be giving such trainings for them to be equipped so that when they will be in the field already they are still capable of running this project, no? So I just wanted to hear it coming from you. Just give me a very quick answer from this, no? When we consider these educational courses and training, we'll look at onto these three considerations: the technical support, the supervisory support, and the managerial support. How these three things will be relevant in the running of the said project?
What you have mentioned, sir, that three aspects. So these three aspects involve youth, right? And we believe that in our project, it focuses about tourism, and tourism hires youth, for they're the ones who is flexible, adaptive, competitive, and innovative, and they're open to ideas. And of course, we cannot separate tourism from the youth. And as what you have mentioned, that three aspects, those aspects involves youth. So I think that's it.
Okay, that's okay.
Go sir, proceed po.
Oh, wala na, no more. I don't have anything on my plate.
Additional po sir, siguro sir yung ginamin nyo po is about doon sa managerial. Of course, kailangan po yun ng educational background. But what we want to focus po sir is doon yung mga youth po, yung mga youth na nasa informal sectors po, yung sa blue collar job. Hindi po nila kailangan ng training kasi po.
Okay. So we will reserve all your other answers for our next judge.
Sorry.
Sige. So we will now proceed. Thank you, Team Malapatan. Sir Victor, am I doing well with my connection?
Yeah.
Okay, sige. So now we will proceed to our next judge who will be throwing his question. Let me call Sir John Oliver Tablaston.
Ay, hello, yes. Magandang gabi, Team Malapatan. Hello sa mga nanonood ng FB Live ngayon, Yum. So, Team Malapatan, bringing Sarangani to the peak, implementing MICE, promote tourism, and to generate more opportunities for the Sarangani youth towards economic sustainability. So, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, MICE is something, or it's a project on governance, since you are preferring to promote tourism. What is actually lacking in your video presentation that I was looking for is the context of Sarangani. You presented a national issues. Parang you presented inflation, GDP, and all of that. But then your solution focused on Sarangani governance. So that's what I'm looking for. The need ni Sarangani province for having MICE. So my question is, do you think our tourism industry is ready for MICE?
Thank you po sa question, sir. I believe, sir, yung tourism po natin, especially sa province po, kasi po, may nakita po kasi akong, based on the article po from Business World and Business Internet release article written by Maya Padillo and Bernard Sopetran, according to Council Chairperson Ms. Michelle El Solon po, ang sabi niya po is, quote-unquote, there is still a lot of investment opportunities in untapped beaches, but the property owners need to find good partners to handle it. Maybe if they are like bigger investors that have wider perspective. And she also mentioned about the MICE events in the region held in General Santos City and Coronadal, while Sarangani daw po just benefit from the side tours and participants. And also, she also said that, quote-unquote ulit po, but I do believe a day would come that we will have more confidence from investors then MICE can move into Sarangani also. So we believe po na alam po ng tourism natin, ng government natin yung about sa MICE. Ang problema lang po is, how would they be able to implement it in Sarangani? So we have question po if why wait for businesses to have why settle for a second beneficiary of MICE if we can be the primary and secondary beneficiary at the same time? Kasi po, General Santos City, based on research po, uses Sarangani, yung parang tourism ng Sarangani, para maging part po sa kanang itinerary program para maka-acquire sila ng delegates para po makapasok po sa Gensan. Yun po yung base sa research namin. Kasi po, they will conduct biddings, like for example, and then they will include Sarangani and makipag-cooperate po sila sa Sarangani para maikot nila yung mga participants nila sa iba't ibang beaches ng Sarangani, which pwede naman po natin siyang tayo din po maging primary benefit nun. Parang ganun po. Why not implement po?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you po.
So, you don't have any follow-up question, Nagloom? You still have
Maybe
time?
later.
Or, time's up. Okay, so time is up. Thank you, Sir Oliver, for your question. And looks like very chill lang ang ato ang mga participants. So we will proceed to our next judge. Can we call Ma'am Rinichi for her question, please? Ma'am Ren?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. My question is, what is the best advantage of MICE over other projects in your municipality? And is that advantage responsive to help the local economy of Malapatan? Again, what is the best advantage of your project MICE over other projects in your locality or in the municipality of Malapatan? Is that advantage responsive to help the local economy of Malapatan?
Ang best advantage po ng MICE program po dito sa ating first po sa municipality ng Malapatan, kasi once po na ma-implement po yung MICE program, yun nga po sabi, diba, it will create a domino effect. Magre-result po siya ng increase po ng employment rate. So, yung employment rate po kasi, according po kasi sa research na, according po sa research, according po kasi sa research na ang employment rate po, ang employment po kasi ang isa sa mga
ano po sir, ang the best advantage po ng MICE program po in the municipality of Malapatan po is to increase in employment rate. Addressing the youth employment crisis needs urgent global action according po. The World Bank Organization says that success, sustainability, and scale in reaching full youth employment will not be possible without collaboration involving government and public institutions all levels po.
To clarify, para po maliwanagan po kayo. Yung MICE po kasi is, di ba sa province po namin siya pinopropose. That is para po magkaroon ng unity among the municipality po. Kasi po, ang sa Sarangani po, may magagandang mga pwedeng puntahan sa Sarangani at pwede pang may develop. I believe na ang advantage po niya sa municipality namin is para mas ma-develop pa po yung municipality namin. Just like land. na-develop na po nila yung sa kanila. So malapatan malapatan will need to step up, however, it needs the guidance of the province. Parang yung unity po nila sa isa't isa, parang hindi sila nagpapataasan, kundi po they will work together po para ma-improve hindi lang po yung municipality but also yung buong Sarangani.
Okay, time up, Ma'am Ren. Okay na po kayo, Ma'am Ren?
Meron pa bang remaining time?
We can extend, Ma'am Ren, for you. Sige po. Sige po, Ma'am Ren, we can extend another time
Question.
for you.
Last question. Ano yung particular place or spot ng Malapatan na sa palagay niyo yun ang magiging best asset niyo in promoting your project MICE?
Okay po. So, one of the tourist spots, kasi ang dami pong tourist spots sa Malapatan. For example, yung mga falls po, which is accessible siya kasi the farm to market road po is abot doon. Like for example, sa Puting Bato, sa Lunmasla, then view, like for example, the Kapya sa Pangintalanan doon sa Sapo Padido, and then kasi po they're newly discovered like falls kasi during this quarantine maraming na-discover na mga tourist spots po dito sa Malapatan, and then
po, sir, when MICE is implemented in Malapatan or in Sarangani, the Department of Tourism po may great connection po sila para po mas ma-discover po yung mga potential tourist spots here in Malapatan. Not just only Malapatan, but across Sarangani.
And then we have our Gamaba awardee, si Bay Estelita Bantilan. So one of the national heritage po is located po sa Upper Lasang, Barangay Sapo Masla. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Ren. So, we're down for our last two questions. So, be coming from our last two judges. Let's call naman Sir James for your question, please.
Good evening, everyone. Masyado nang late. Bilisan na natin. Alright. Sige. So, my question would be in line with your tourism. No? So, as you bring and attract more tourists or people, means an increase of carbon emission. Now, how will you be able to mitigate the effects of the possible greater environmental degradation? Again, as you attract more tourists or people in your area, that also means that there would be an increase of carbon emission. So how will you be able to mitigate the effects of the possible greater environmental degradation?
Kaya nga po, meron tayong mga service vehicle companies, sir, kasi for example, meron tayong mga different tourists na mga gustong pumasok dito sa Sarangani para po doon sa mga meetings nila and other conventions na gagawin dito. So why not po gagamitin natin yung mga public transport po natin like vans, pwede tayong mga vans natin, ayun, mga for public transport na yun po yung gagamitin natin pang transport po sa kanila papasok dito. So instead of gagamit po sila ng sarili nilang mga sasakyan or mga madami pa pong sasakyan.
To add up, sir, MICE, when we talk about MICE, we talk about tourism. And if tourism will improve, it will not just improve tourism itself. Of course, it will need a help, or it will need a tap from other sectors of the government like DNR, public transport, and other sectors, and which we believe na everyone should step up kasi hindi pwedeng stagnant lang tayo. pag nakikita natin yung isang, kunwari, yung tourism, nakikita natin na umi-improve. Of course, we need to support the tourism. In line with your question, sir, about the carbon emission, siguro, DNR would have an, we'll have an idea or we'll have a program for that if we will to implement those this program, kasi for sure masasali yan sa meetings if ever sa pag-uusapan ng MICE Promotion Board, since government naman ang unang magi-implement at magi-initiate ng MICE. So that's it. Thank you.
Okay, so time is up. Thank you, Sir James. Okay ka na, Sir James? You still have any follow-up question for that or you're good now?
Ano na lang po, who will be the primary proponents for this project? Is it you or the government of the municipality of Malapatan? Or the people?
Actually, sir, it is not only limited, the proponent po, sir, it is not only limited on the government and the private sector. As what we mentioned po, sir, ito po yung ang relationship nila, sir, is fiduciary. Parang kailangan nila yung trust and confidence ng isa't isa. They need to work together, sir, para ma-improve yung MICE. Kasi po, ang primary step po nito is sa government. Yung government po yung magsisimula and then it will pass by, ipapasa niya po doon sa private sectors, and then parang salitan po sila, so hindi pwede na after ng government, bahala na yung private sector. No, sir. Kailangan po mag-report ng private sector sa government para malaman nila if the strategies implemented is kailangan pa bang improve, effective ba siya, or para basta yung point niya po, sir, it's a win-win situation po. Hindi lang siya yung project siya ng government, bahala na yung private sector. After po ma-implement ng government yun, yung private sector will do their part po para masatisfy yung participant and delegates, and yung return po nun sa government is yung sa tax po.
Okay. Sige. Thank you. Thank you for answering the questions of Judge. I guess we'll be proceeding to our last judge, Ma'am Ada, for your question, please.
Good evening, Team Malapatan. Thank you, Ma'am, Ate Chien. I would just like to understand your solution more. Can you give us a clearer view of your proposed solution? Are you viewing your solution into a policy, or are you viewing the creation of a poverty tourism agency, or are you viewing an organization handling this? Because as of the moment, I am seeing this as a policy proposal where the actors primarily will be the government. But how about you? How do you see this?
Based po sa research, actually po, the first time I encountered MICE is a research po namin. Ito po yung thesis namin kasi ito po yung primary program ng government, kaya po nag-improve po yung tourism nila kasi kung makikita mo yung government ng General Santos City po is wala silang masyadong ginagamit nila yung Sarangani at secondary na beneficiary po nila. Ganun po. So, based po sa mga pinopose namin, it is according po doon sa MICE ordinance po ng General Santos City, which is very effective po as of the moment. And we will propose it po to recover yung economy ng Sarangani, but also to give out longer effect po na paunti-unti, palaki ng palaki din po yung mabibigay niya. Hindi lang po, although it is mainly for the youth, since tourism po is generally hires youth, pero po, hindi lang po yun yung maaapektuhan kundi other sectors and other individuals din po. So parang ordinance po siya, but at the same time, it is considered as the main program po. Parang ganun. If you will consider it as the main program.
Yes, Ma'am Ad. Meron ka pa pong i-add? Ma'am Ada.
No more, thank you so much, Team Malapatan.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you po.
So, our 5 judges have already thrown their questions. Any more follow-up question coming from our judges before we end our interview for the municipality of Malapatan? Yes, Mr. Oliver. Okay, go.
Sige, may follow-up question ako, Team Malapatan. Do you think, is the question of manok and itlog, no? Sa tingin nyo, mais ba muna mauna to boost tourism industry of Sarangani? Or tourism industry muna ma-improve tourism industry bago ang mais?
Thank you po. Ano po, yung mais po is hindi po siya yung separated sa tourism. Bali, we will use mais po to improve tourism. Parang isang program lang po siya, hindi po siya limited mais alone. Today, it is just one program para po matulungan yung tourism to improve po. Kasi po, yung mais po is, it would bring, actually, yung mais, it would bring people here in Sarangani. At pag tao po kasi yung dinadala mo dito, hindi lang po yung tourism yung maapektuhan, pati po other sectors of tourism like agriculture, food and beverages, as well as culture po. Kasi po may yung mga dance performance art po natin dito sa province, ganun po. So, hindi po siya yung separated sa tourism po, sir. Bali, program po siya para po matulungan yung tourism to improve. Ganun po, sir.
Hindi kasi parang like, last na lang. Parang it's like you're saying kasi na, okay, we put up this mais, then people will come to Sarangani. Parang it's like that, parang, oh, eto, mais. Then people will go. People will come. Ganon? Parang it's a one size fits all.
No po, sir. Bali po, sir. Mais lang po kasi yung program, sir. Pero ang main po na gagawin, kaya po involvement siya ng government and ng private sectors po, sir. Kasi yung, sir, one best way po para ma-develop yung mais or yung program po to improve tourism is yung bidding po na tinatawag, sir. But yung primary effort po nito, sir, nasa government. So, the government will conduct biddings from different cities po, sir, and then they will offer, they will show them what Sarangani could offer po, sir, para po, if so, na may madala sila na delegates dito, sir, yun po yung tinatawag natin na mais. Parang ganun po, sir.
And as a result in mais po, sir, kumbaga, sir, with the possible increase of tourist arrivals, many businesses opportunities may arise, and with the rise in events and series of reservation due to mais, Sarangani will be able to establish new existing businesses and new businesses po, sir.
And additionally, we have tourist spots po na already developed here. So why not put mais? And of course, it will bring business travelers. So they will eventually, 40% according to the study, they will be leisure tourists. They will come back to the place. So let's bring Sarangani to the peak.
Shots. Sige. So I guess Sir Oliver is okay na. You're okay now with that, Bim?
Yeah, okay na po.
Okay. Sige. If there's no more question coming from our panel of judges, thank you, Municipality of Malapatan. Thank you for being so cool and so relaxed in answering the questions of our panel of judges. Before we end this, can we ask for any closing statement from your end, throwing to our judges? You have the floor.
You have
you're ready.
Yeah, you have 2 minutes.
To sum it up, the government should have their first effort to give way to the private sectors, and in return, the private sectors will do their part to satisfy the delegates and participants.
The relationship of the government and the private sectors in connection to mais shall be fiduciary in nature,
wherein both will work together, acquiring confidence and trust as they better improve the economic sustainability of Sarangani, to which will open more possibilities as well as increase in the profit of the business.
Therefore, implementing mais will promote tourism and will generate more opportunities for the Sarangan youth towards economic sustainability.
Mais, as what has been said, is a longer continuous process as it develops the economy and brings Sarangani to the peak. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't you ever think twice, the solution is mais.
Thank you, Ma'am Chin. Thank you po. Maraming salamat po.
Okay. So, let's wrap it up there. Salamat. Congratulations. Hinga-hinga na. Hinga na. We will end it here. So, Sir Vic, mukhang... Ay. Tapos na sila sa clap nila, Sir Vic. Sige, ako na yung hihingi. Coming from our judges, let's give Team Malapatan a virtual clap.
Napaklap agad sila. Okay, again, thank you. Opo. Again, congratulations once again, Jarvi, Da, John, Karen, and Miko. Thank you so much, and congratulations for representing Malapatan well. And that's Team Malapatan, ladies and gentlemen. At this point of time, let's welcome the delegates from the municipality of Alabel.
Lying in the heart of Sarangani is 52,000 hectares of land that offers insurmountable jewels to the pearl of the Orient Sea, rich with diverse culture, fascinating cultural sites and attractions, with its people that greet you with smile. The municipality where you find bliss. This is Alabel. The youth of today are the leaders of tomorrow. Mapiyamapita, I am Mark.
Magandang umaga, I am Andrew.
Together with our team in technical support, Michael, Youth Lofos, I am Marian, and we are
the solution pitching team of Alabel.
5.2% of global economy declined according to the World Bank due to this COVID-19 pandemic.
7% anticipated economy shrink in 2020 as domestic demand and supply, trade and finance have been severely disrupted.
An alarming 16.5% GDP drop suffered by the Philippines in the second quarter of 2020, according to the PSA.
More to this, crisis will likely leave a long-lasting scars and pose major global challenges in the years to come. This is where our journey begins. Looking closely and locally, most Alabelans struggled with this pandemic. The LGU Alabel implemented strict measures of social distancing and avoidance of massive gathering.
And with this, buying necessities has been very challenging.
Moreover, we have identified communities that suffered much due to the aforementioned dilemma, with the result of our researches and surveys as a tool for our needs assessment. We have known some of their concerns. This problem, our team created a solution. From here, join us in our vision to take absolute action in helping the underprivileged and low-income communities through our project
Pay Mayor, potential Alabel youths for Mercado de Alabel, your online driveway to purchasing products and services. Pay Mayor, a market on your fingertips.
This project aims to create a decentralized market in every barangay in Alabel and provide opportunities for young entrepreneurs to market their goods using our very own personalized and developed application that offers accessible buying methods.
Today, we will present two of our main programs, Mayod Center and Mayod Application.
Through our surveys and interviews conducted with the captains and SK officials, we identified the sources of income of the youths from different barangays. Along with the information gathering, we identified 5 clusters. Cluster 1, Barangay Poblacion, Pagkakay and Lalo. Cluster 2, Kawas and Barangay Spring.
Cluster 3, Paraiso, Dadalangkas and Pag-asa. Cluster 4, Baluntay, Tukawal and Tugulog. Cluster 5, Alegria and Maricola. For the information of everyone, most of the youths and even the constituents from these clusters are engaged in farming and fishing.
When we conducted our SWOT analysis, we identified the common problems of these young individuals. First, they have their products, but they find it hard to sell faster. And second, they have no concrete station to display their goods and products.
After conducting the analysis, we see possibilities and opportunities to build connections for the exchange of products and services.
Now, we present Mayot Center.
The main goal of this program is to build a convenient market center where they can drop, display, and sell their products quickly. Also, this center will serve as an avenue for these young people to develop their entrepreneurial skills.
To make this possible, we plan partial actions.
Let's have cluster 2 for example. Spring and Kawas. Here, we will create 2 market centers and the other one will immediately be the main market center. The one with more people and with good network signal.
In this cluster, the main center will be established at Barangay Kawas. It means that the goods coming from Spring will be delivered to Barangay Kawas to be displayed and sold.
But how will we put up the market center?
First, we will coordinate with the punong barangay and SQ officials of the specific barangay about our project. Second, we will propose this project to our LGU and NGO for financial support. In fact, we already presented it to our LGU and asked if this project is applicable, and this is their response.
We will craft the resolution today if the body will agree, strongly supporting the program dubbed as Mayod, okay, and a local application on online selling in the municipality of Anabel, Sarangani province.
Moving forward, who will be running the center?
With the help of the SK officials, the centers will be managed by selected unemployed youths that include the young farmers and fisher folks who will undergo free trainings in managing, bookkeeping, and financial management. Along with the training, they will also create their own officials and we will help them register as a cooperative under DTI.
With that, they can now display their goods and crops in their very own center. They don't need to go far and spend money to buy gasoline to market their products house to house.
But how will these different barangays communicate with each other?
This is the time technology comes in. Free messenger or text message will serve as their main means of communication. Every member will be required to fill out a basic biodata, including contact numbers and social media accounts.
How about the barangays who have poor network connections? How will they communicate in their cluster's main center?
In that case, they will apply the traditional way where youths from upper lands apply consignment, weekly dropping and checking of products. This time, they can now apply what they have learned from their trainings.
Mayod centers will truly contribute to a more accessible, fast and organized way of marketing and exchanging of products. It also gives opportunities to the suppliers to have direct market and buyers.
For our sustainable plan, we will apply umbrella concept where the members of the first cluster who will undergo trainings will be the one who will train other clusters about the program.
Sa mga oras na ito, naka-community quarantine na ang buong Metro Manila. Ito ay dahil na rin sa pagtaas ng bilang ng mga nagpositibo sa coronavirus o COVID-19.
The DOH is confirming that a 38-year-old female Chinese patient under investigation, or PUI, is positive.
In the middle of this pandemic, people from different parts of the Philippines showed interest in what they call online business. Instead of displaying it to the brick-and-mortar stores, they tend to promote their products through the online world. Moving closely to Barangay Poblacion, the heart and the center of commerce in Anabel, with the use of our surveys and interviews, we discovered that most of the tricycle drivers and online sellers belong to the youth sectors.
They said in order for them to earn and survive this pandemic, they engaged in transportation service and online selling. With that, we met Ate Ana, a young entrepreneur recently in business world.
Okay, so how do you find selling your products bisag na ay pandemic?
As of now, advantage siya.
Ano
As online seller, advantage siya may pandemic since ang mga tao sa Alabel, hindi sila basta-basta katadresal. So, mas gina-prefer nila mga online, which is delivery or magtuon lang nila.
With our interview, we identified 2 main problems that most of the online sellers and tricycle drivers are facing. First, online sellers struggled how to deliver safely and promote their products widely. Second, tricycle drivers need an extra income because they are only allowed with limited passengers that result to small income.
Then, we conducted a SWOT analysis and idealized the concept of bridging economy to create solid partnership for our young entrepreneurs and drivers to our community. We then come up with the following procedures as avenue of opportunities. First, aside from social media, our online sellers can utilize and build partnership with our soon-to-build market centers in every barangay. And second, utilizing our local IT experts to create and develop an application that will promote and boost the sales of our young entrepreneurs and drivers. With that, we present Mayod Applications.
First step, we will identify potential online sellers and tie up with the different market centers in different barangays so that they can have also a physical store aside from their homes. And we will also provide memorandum of agreement and consignment between the managers of the centers and online sellers.
According to the Balanced Small Business Year 2019, a lot of people started to choose online shops more than the brick and mortar shops. 67% from millennials, 56% from Gen Xers, 41% from baby boomers, and only 28% of seniors prefer online shopping.
With that information, we come up with Mayod Application. We will tap and maximize the talent and skills of IT experts from our locality to create and develop the mentioned application.
To make this application more realistic and visible, we already drafted the formal design and how this application works.
So how does the application work?
First, download the application from Google Play Store or Apple Store and install it in your phone.
When you open the app, you will be brought into the home page. First, you need to identify the cluster where you want to do your shopping. There, you can scroll the featured goods, sort them according to your preference, or do a quick search of whatever you want to buy. If you want to go to other cluster, you just need to click cluster and do your search on other clusters.
When you click the merchandise you want to buy, you can specify the quantity, see its price and its total. When you are sure of your purchase, you can click buy, see the summary of your purchase, verify the information needed for the delivery, and wait for your purchase to come in front of your door. But if you want to buy more items, you can add it first to your cart and buy some more. When you are satisfied with your purchase, you can click your cart, see the summary of your purchase, verify your information, and you can now chill while waiting for your purchase.
But wait, how can we pay for the purchase?
We are cash on delivery. You pay for your purchase once it shows up in front of your door.
When one wants to join the platform, maybe it's an online seller or a delivered personal, they must create an account on the application and be in touch with the cluster they belong to. Moreover, we will limit 30 tricycle drivers per cluster to lessen the carbon emission problem that our world is suffering now. All the members of the platform will be compensated justly and will really earn a good money or even better sum of money just by joining the program. Let us hear some feedbacks if this Mayod app will be totally implemented.
Our project does not only aim to provide opportunities for aspiring youth to earn money. This is also a small step for us to cope with today's technological advances.
To abridge everything, we will be reporting our possible future impacts of our Pay Mayod project. On the social impacts, by empowering the youths, we will boost the promotion of goods and products in our locality and give extra income to our tricycle drivers, unemployed youths, online sellers, farmers, and fisher folks.
On the environmental and health impacts, we will lessen carbon emission by giving market outlets to our youth farmers and fisher folks, avoiding long run of gasoline consumption, and we will also help in lessening COVID-19 cases in our country because people will no longer go outside to buy goods and necessities.
On the economic side, we will transform our potential youths into successful entrepreneurs, giving them opportunity to gain more income and help them register as a cooperative for TTI.
For our sustainability plans, we will use umbrella concept for training trainers and also applying bridging economy where we create wide market for our beneficiaries. To ensure feasibility of our projects, we will build solid partnership with our LGU, barangay captains, and SK officials for financial assistance. We will also tap different experts in the field of business to guide us more about this project.
This moment, we envision to empower not only the municipality of Alabel, but also the rest of Sarangani province.
By this project, we will address 5 out of 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, namely, no poverty, gender equality, decent work and economic growth, industry innovation and infrastructure, and partnership for the goals.
We have indestructible passion and immeasurable potentials that can be our armor in redesigning the world.
Let's trust and believe in our youths. For them, our future belongs.
And with their dedication, passion, and potential, amidst global issues, we can prevent more people from falling into poverty and unemployment.
The global community must unite to find ways to rebuild as vigorous a recovery as possible.
You and I,
all together,
with heart held strong amidst these trying times, we will continue to impact the world.
The municipality where you find this. This is Alabel.
Hello Sarangani Province! Magandang gabi sa ating lahat. So, at this moment, we have the team Alabel. We have Marian. Hi Marian!
Hello, good evening.
We also have Andrave.
Hi, good evening.
We have Von.
Hello po, good evening.
And we have Mark.
Hello po, Smile Alabel.
Yan, Smile Alabel, Avante Alabel. Okay, so are you ready guys for the Q&A round or the Q&A session?
Yes, we are.
Yes, okay, thank you so much. So we have Ate Chin. She'll be our moderator for the Q&A session. And I'll be your timekeeper and your technical checker. Okay, so shall we begin?
Alright, sige. So, good evening sa lahat. Mayong gabi Team Alabel, I know you've underwent many struggles the past days and up until now, I know medyo stress pa mo sa inyong naagian. But nothing is impossible sa mga well-prepared na mga youth sa Sarangani. O I'm seeing you all na prepared kayo for tonight. So I guess we're all ready for our first question. Who will throw the first question coming from our panel of adjudicators? So yes. Can we first have...
Yeah, we have Ma'am Adeline. Yeah, we have Ma'am Adeline.
Yes.
Good evening, Team Alabel. My question, Team Alabel, I have seen that one of your proposal was the making of an application. My question is, how would you check or ensure compatibility of your application with the different types of Android phones that we have?
Pardon, ma'am?
Again, my question is, how would you check or ensure compatibility of your application with the different types of gadgets or Android phones that we have?
So good evening everyone. So for that ma'am, we will be doing pilot testing. We will be asking youths to gather and then with different, of course, with different phones, cell phones or units of cell phones, and then there we are going to check the compatibility of our application.
In addition to that, we will also ask assistance and help, of course, from the local ITs of Sarangani. And of course, we will not launch the application if it's not compatible to all kinds of cell phones. And given our situation in our era this time, we know that the advancement of technology, so it is already given that many of our youths right now and many citizens of Sarangani are using quality phones. So though there are some phones that are not that good, but of course, we will not be complacent to launch the application without proper preparation and enough practice for the application to be launched.
Yes, ma'am, Adeline. Or survey. Do they say have time pa ba?
They still have 30 seconds.
If you wanna add.
Yeah,
So, counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, we'll proceed to our next judge who will be throwing question. May we ask Sir John Rex Galio? Sir John Rex?
Ma'am Chin, si Sir James na muna, Ma'am Chin. Kasi yung query ko
Okay.
almost the same with Ma'am Ada. I'll just go
Okay,
over with
sige.
the rest of the question.
Okay, sige. Sir James, can we have your question for Team Alabel?
Yes, so once again, good evening everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Alright, sige. So, in your presentation and with your proposed project, I have noticed that you have several community partners. And since your project will be an income-generating project, now how will you be able to profit share? Paano yung profit sharing ng bawat community partners ninyo?
For our profit sharing of our project, sir, so it will be our future plan kasi po preliminary pa rin yung after we have this process na malaman na namin yung mga income nila, then we will also apply the 60-40 na sharing, which is unrestricted and restricted accounts.
And more to that, sir, aside from the fact that we partner with the youth sector, which will, of course, benefit more about this project, we will also tie up, of course, with the local government unit of the municipality of Alaben. And for our future plans, we are planning to tie up with the local government unit of the province of Sarangani, and we will ask assistance from our officials to at least lay out regulations about online selling in the province of Sarangani. So at least the government will also benefit from this project. So not only the youth, not only the citizens, but of course the government, because at the end of the day, the government will also help the citizens. So it will be a two-way process, and it will be a cyclical process of giving benefits to the rest of the partners.
Okay, in addition to that, sir, I think that since our project is already discussed with the LGU, I think that the LGU will really reach their hand and help us with regards to the profit sharing, because this is not only our project, but this already became the project of the municipality, since I think they already approved and make a resolution about this one.
And of course, sir, lastly, actually the local government unit of Alabel already secured us that once after the presentation and after the contest, they will support us fully for this program in order for this program to be launched here in the municipality of Alabel as the pioneering municipality to launch this program.
And hopefully also to the whole Sarangani after we see that it's really successful here.
All right, time's up. Thank you, Team Alabel. So, we will now proceed with Ma'am Rinichi. Ma'am Ren.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay. Hi. So, my question is, I'm going to base the data with our survey. This is actually, the data was actually validated by the Department of Education from the teachers and the schools. Only 56% of our children or our learners in Alabel, more or less 56%, have access to smartphone. So my question is, what would you recommend to those who cannot possibly connect with online shopping or with your proposed solution in the face of the pandemic? Kasi di ba dapat walang naiiwan, dapat lahat sabay-sabay. So, what do you think would be your recommendation for those who cannot connect with online shopping due to uh, gadget na hindi naman smartphone?
Okay po. So thank you, ma'am, for that question. So with that, ma'am, that's why, along with the crafting of the application, we also propose the building up of the decentralized markets, wherein we will be putting up decentralized market in every barangay in Alabel po, so that every youth within Alabel can have an access to that shopping.
And more to that, ma'am, we have actually two projects, the Mayon application and the Mayon centers. So for those youth who don't have access to technology, of course, they said that no one should be left behind. So kailangan po na masali lahat. So that's why we have the Mayon Center. So these are the physical stores that will be available for everybody, for those who don't have cellular phones, ma'am.
Okay, in addition to that, ma'am, I think we tied up with the sectors naman and with the SK, and I think the SK will really help in encouraging these youths to participate in the program, even though they don't have the smartphones. The SK officers will just go to these youths who are really interested, and they can encourage these youths to also engage in online selling, even though they don't have the gadget for online selling. Okay? The market itself will be the one who will sell their products without them having the gadgets themselves.
So this program is really inclusive, and this is all encompassing because we always make sure that everybody will take part in this movement and in this program, regardless the fact that some of them have access to technology and social media.
And first and foremost, we really think that we need to consider that kasi Alabel is there are mountainous parts, and there are possibly people who can't access internet. So that's our first consideration.
All right. So there you have it. Time's up.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Ren. Thank you. Sige, we will proceed to our next judge who will throw the question to Team Alabel. Can we have on microphone Sir John Oliver Tablason?
Yes, hello. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Okay. Congrats, Team Alabel, for proposing this kind of social enterprise. So I have 3 questions, but please answer this as short as possible. Kasi simple lang naman yung tanong. Una, hindi ko masyadong naintindihan who is the proponent of this project. Number 2, how much is your expected revenue? I just want to see kasi you mentioned kanina yung unrestricted and restricted profit. So I think someone there is an accountant. So I just want to see kung nakikita niyo ba itong project niyo na profitable if ever man na itutuloy nyo ang pag-establish nito. And the third one is, I haven't heard, or I don't know if I heard it sa video nyo, yung products na isi-sell nyo. What are these products that you want to sell?
So the proponent of this program, of course, we will be the one who crafted everything about the program. But of course, we will tap some unemployed youth sectors, farmers and fisher folks in our municipality, and we will turn over this to our youth with the assistance of the government and with the assistance of the local government unit of the municipality of Alabel. So as we have said, we will tie up with our youth, and of course, we will let them undergo trainings, and right after that, we will register them under DTI. So there will be selected youths, we will tap the SK, and we will allow the SK to do surveys on who are willing to be the proponent of this program and who are those youth who have the heart to really push through the program. And of course, the revenue.
For our revenue, I mentioned earlier that there will be a 60-40 sharing. So for now, we have the data average income of every youth in Alabel, but we cannot get the rate for now because we cannot compare the new income and the old income because this project is not implemented, so we cannot compare it. But in our future plan and for our projection, this application will help boost the sales of these different youths in our barangay.
And answering the last question, what will be the products that will be displayed and that will be sold in the program or in the application? Since Alabel is an agricultural land, we always make sure that we will first prioritize agriculture. We will also tie up the Department of Agriculture, and we will ask assistance from them financially to help our youths to venture also in farming, because this program does not only focuses on technology, but this also focus on traditional ways. So we will focus on farming, and for our future plans, we will of course cater other products that will be sold, and these products must be these products should help really the
All right, so that's it. I guess the time is up for Team Alabel to answer that question. So we still have one last judge, Sir
Thank you
John
so much.
Rex.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Gretch, no, Ma'am Sheen. So I just wanted to go back to the question of Sir Oliver, no. So he made mention actually about the proponent. So the way I understand it, pag sinasabi natin proponent, dapat meron tayong tinatawag na sense of ownership, no. And going back, then when Sir Oliver may ask you that question, you made mention that the proponent are of course you, then it will be turned over to the young people, then to the LGU and the rest of the partners. Ang gusto ko lang makita sana dito, I wanted to hear it coming from you, no? Ito bang project na sinasabi ninyo, since you will be turning it over to the rest of the partners, kasi the way I look at it, pag na-establish na yung project ninyo, magkakaroon tayo ng turnover sa different partners o sa kabataan which you entrusted the said project. So question is, who will do the monitoring, who will do the checking and the rest of it while the project is going on the moment you turned over it to the rest of your recipients?
So first, sir, actually there is Mayod Cooperative. So the Mayod Cooperatives is the main organization that will monitor the project. So first, since we were the one who proposed this, we will first be the one to monitor the entire program. So once we already trained our youths, and once we can see that they are capable enough of monitoring and running the program, we will immediately turn over the program to them, because we will not turn over the program if we cannot see the improvements in their actions and in their capacity. If they are not, they don't have the capacity enough to run the program, of course, we will not turn over the program. So there, we have this Mayod Cooperatives, which will be the main organization that will run the program. So the role of the local government unit, the SK officials, they will just like regulate and help and of course support the Mayod Cooperatives to run the program.
Yes, sir. So as you can see in the flow chart of our project, so there is really training and seminars before we will be pursuing the project.
And at the same time, we will also make sure that they will be registered on DTI to make sure that they are of course registered in legal.
And since we have strong ties with the SK officials, so I think the SK officials have the very big part in monitoring that program. Because I believe that this program is for the youth, so the youth will be the one to monitor it. And I think the SK officials in Alabel are also working so hard and are really working and is alive. So that further, that's why we can say that the program will really be monitored until it can stand by itself.
That's all.
Thank you.
Okay, time's up. So there you have it. All our judges have already thrown their questions. So before we end up with Alabel, may I again ask our judges if you still have one question for Team Alabel before we'll end it here. Are we okay now?
Yes, Ma'am Adeline. Ma'am Adeline is raising her hand.
I would like to clarify one question, isa na lang talaga. Kasi the way I see it, you are proposing a Mayud Center. what will be the impact of this Mayud Center with the public market? Because the way I see it, your Mayud Center will become a market outlet. Will it complement the public market? Will it compete the public market? Or what will be the scenario between the Mayud Center and the public market?
So with that question, ma'am, that with the situation of the municipality of Alabel, farmers of the municipality of Alabel will go to Gensan just for their products to be sold. So with the Mayod Center, the purpose of that is that the products of our farmers and fisher folks will be dropped to the Mayod Center. So it will of course complement the public market because we highlighted the importance of the centralization of market, most especially now that we are on COVID-19. So we make sure the social distancing and everything. So this will be a big help, of course, because there are actually people in the mountainous area who have difficult access to the main public market of the municipality of Alabel. So with our Mayod Center in each cluster, they can easily access markets near the area without going far and of course spending more money. So with Mayod Center, they can be able to drop their products and of course buyers will be able to access the products easily without going further and spending more with their money.
Okay, and in the long run, ma'am, if the project will really be successful, I think it's good that we decentralize the development of market and commerce in our municipality. Because if the market is just centered in a specific place, I think you are not giving an opportunity for other barangays to improve. If we are going to decentralize the market and there will be small markets in different barangays, we are giving these barangay opportunities to improve and to encourage the constituents to venture into business, which I think is really good, okay, for the economy and for the economy and for the government also.
And Mayod Center makes the program inclusive and comprehensive.
So actually, ma'am, one good thing about this project is our honorable mayor of the municipality of Alabel gave us already the assurance to have a partnership with the current project of the municipality, the food hub. So yun po.
Okay, thank you.
Alright. Sige. So there you have it. Thank you very much, Team Alabel. Before we'll end it here, judges, can we allow our team to have their final say? 2 minutes final say? Before nato sila i-let go na.
So for our final...
Sir Vic?
Yeah. Okay, your time starts now.
So again, our program is the Mayod application or the Pay Mayod Potential Alabel Youths for Mercado de Alabel, your online job to purchasing products and services. So Pay Mayod is a market in your fingertips. So basically, we have two programs. We have the Mayod application and the Mayod centers. Mayod centers will be set up in the different clusters of the different barangays. And in every cluster, there is one center barangay wherein the Mayod center will be set up. And this Mayod center is the place where all the products, the farmers and the fisher folks will drop their products. And of course, the Mayod application, the role of that is of course to venture online selling, since we are on pandemic and most people now on pandemic chose online selling rather than going to mortar and brick shops. So this will be very important and of course very significant in boosting the economy of Alabel, because though this is just a simple action, in the long run this will really benefit different sectors of our municipality. And we highlighted of course that the youth will be the one who will run and monitor this project with the assistance of the local government unit of the municipality of Alabel, together of course with different non-governmental organizations. And the importance of this is that, and the significance of this is that we will create decentralized market which will make the program inclusive and comprehensive, because we are giving opportunities for different people, those who want to venture online selling in business, to also try business despite the geographical settings and situation. And of course, this will help sellers and buyers to access market easily without going further and spending more with their money.
And though the program may seem challenging, I think with the cooperation and the vision that we have, we will really succeed with this program. And I hope that this is also an opportunity for us to improve with online selling and to really use online selling as a way to market our products.
So despite challenging with the skills and the capabilities of our youth, we always make sure and we believe that nothing is impossible if we work all together.
And we will... Time is up for Team Alabel. Okay, so thank you Team Alabel and pwede na kayong makahinga.
Yeah, with that, let's give them a
Ginhawa
round of
gamay.
applause. Thank you so much to the delegates from the municipality of Alabel. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our third presenter from the municipality of Glan.
From skyline to coastline, from mountains to oceans, from rifts to ridges, emerged 141 barangays, comprised 7 municipalities, composed of 219,182 youths with different culture and tradition, challenged by time and chaos, embodies a strong spirit with the jewels of the past, now cultivating a life of passion and determination towards the rising sun. This is
Sarangani Province! Known as paragliding capital of the Philippines, the biggest beach festival of all time, renowned for its cultural heritage from Spanish time to American colonization, noticeable with its agricultural land and treasures.
3 different spice of race were formulated: indigenous, Muslims, and Christian people. These were the ingredients chosen that creates the impeccable province of Sarangani.
The cultivators of tree of life, domicile of amiable and gregarious individuals, where their versatile skills fed our nation.
But behind those undeniable beauty, there lies a miserable story. When the reflection of the people's eyes craves for hope, lack of financial literacy, lack of knowledge, information, technologies, intergenerational inequalities among youth, unemployed individuals, low level of income, inflation, poverty, push them to climb up higher, reaching those death nuts contained of heaping homes. August 21, 2020, when we met the family of surrender on SPO1 Rodolfo Torgal case, Mr. and Mrs. Labasa S. Sabana.
Sa una daw, yun siya, sa una, nagatrabaho sila niya, karon kay... Sa kuprasan. Di naman nila kaya, kay mga tigulang naman sila.
That's why we envision a future for hope to flourish and talent to nourish.
As Sarangans, our economic solution became our strength in citing the strands of resilience.
I am Yvonne, embodying the spirit of volunteerism, leadership, and commitment.
I am Mary Ann, believing in empowering the youth's heart, make the nation beat for progress.
I am Sheila, patronizing for inclusivity of distinct culture and lifting up economic stability.
And I am Christian, together with our IT expert Audrey, together we can create a difference.
We are the solution-pitching team from Glan, citing our dreams of triumph. We are the terminators of ignorance.
And we wanted to make our desire into reality.
Now we'll present to you the project Sarang-Ini.
This project will begun July 26, 2020 with a target of 10 beneficiaries. We traveled the road in municipality of Glan where we found a small community which is Barangay Kuman. Coconut is a major crop of the barangay and the main source of their income. There, we met Mr. Melchor Zauda, 20 years old, who lived in a nipa house. We had a sincere conversation and we found out their way of living. He only relied his survival as a manambungay or laborer. We also asked him a lot of questions about his needs, especially that he is the breadwinner of the family. His father passed away 5 years ago. 7 years out of his formal schooling after he graduated in elementary. And we keep on hearing concerns and dreams for his family and for himself.
Ako si Melchor Solda, 20. Grade 6.
I want a sustainable job.
I want to live in a comfortable house.
I want to go to school.
Aside from those things being mentioned, we also found out young farmers struggling
every day because of the following
Nakuhaan
reasons.
din yung pangkabuhian.
Parang good. Ako si Mr. Jonathan Doy Lungsod, po ang inyong officer in charge sa Office of the Provincial Agriculturist. On the agricultural side, the biggest pie sa ato ang agriculture is, of course, sabi nyo kanina, coconut. We have almost 110,000 hectares of coconut, and the biggest of which is in England.
Magulat pa mag 5 ka bulan bago makuprasan. Ano sa po yung ginabuhat?
Ay, mangutang. Palit bukas. Anak, mangutang ni sa amo.
Ang katong tubig sa loob.
Ay, diha lang sa yuta. Sa yuta lang padulong. May paliton ang tibo o kay ilamang himo og suka.
To help the community, no? Labi na karon sa new normal nato nga we can as well in our little way we can help our neighbor, our community nga masulti nila nga nakay kuan bitaw kanang ang imuhang nindot nga pagbati nga nakatabang ka sa inyong community.
After hearing those things, our hearts were moved and touched. Hence, we conceive this solution. Waste of yesterday, reserved for today, earned by tomorrow. The coconut cider vinegar.
Since the municipality of Glan is the coconut queen of the south, hence, the enterprise being mentioned is the most suitable project for this area. We will create a coconut cider vinegar out of matured coconut. We will collect the coconut water, add some sugar, pasteurize it for 20 minutes at 65 degrees Celsius, and let it cool for 40 degrees Celsius. Then, add some yeast, proceed to fermentation and pasteurization, pass the quality control, and finally, the packaging.
According to a study entitled Coconut is Food, the physical-chemical characteristic of the coconut cider vinegar has moisture 90%, fat 0.1%, ash 0.3%, a total carbohydrates of 1.4%, calcium 24 mg, phosphorus 34 mg, iron 0.1 mg, and riboflavin 0.01 mg. And it helps prevent obesity, liver damage, and delays breast cancer progression, and helps fight infection.
Educate, empower, equip. Educate. We will educate them in line with product innovation, entrepreneurial mindsetting, basic financial management, and enterprise development with the intervention of the DTI, DA, PCA, LGU plan. They will learn management skills that are requisites among entrepreneurs.
Empower. We will empower them with support and extended connections through workshops and seminars. Beneficiaries will be provided with the needed equipment and financial support from different government agencies.
Equip! We will equip them in an actual business scenario where they can learn unique marketing strategies for their coconut cider vinegar. And for their other products, they can sell it or consign it.
These three entrepreneurial approaches implementing the project will help to increase up to 50% of their daily income.
And now we will present our vision of impact.
C.
Social, environment, economic.
Social! In this project, we will not just sell the coconut cider itself, but we will also promote the distinct culture, the amazing tree of life of Sarangani. Through this project, they can develop their communication skills in selling the Sarangani's pride, and it will create a serene environment where everybody help each other to prosper.
Environment.
Coconut tree mainly produce copra, and coconut water are just wasted. But this wasted water can be transformed into coconut cider vinegar, and other parts can be used to make crafts, and senile plants are now replanted when new one.
Economic. It can generate approximately 2,000 pesos per production. With that, we turn beneficiaries into empowered entrepreneurs.
Sustainability. And for our project sustainability, first, since our beneficiaries are registered sector in the community, they can receive marketing and financial assistance from different government agencies. Second, we will establish linkages in other stores in the community. Third, we will train the youth to utilize the cocoa water to generate profit. Fourth, we will urge a memorandum for project replication. Fifth, we will contract direct sellers for a cocoa vinegar and selling enterprise.
Problems need solution.
Solutions need actions.
Actions speak progress. Progress delivers much more sustainable way of Gaku living.
Because with one organization that leads,
Synergize with 5 members.
Physically travel 3 municipalities.
Virtually traveled 4 municipalities.
discovered 100,010.93 focal areas.
24 kilometers of thrilling the rocky and winding road.
Dedicated 792 hours.
Interview different government agencies.
Listen, make this split. And with this, we will achieve the 7 SDGs.
Now came up stronger and braver to propose this project.
We touch lives.
We embrace the new normal.
We envision the future.
We rise from the past.
Indulge in this forming life.
Unified with one spirit.
Aspires the same vision.
Now ready to begin the mission.
This is our sign of triumph. This is our tree of life. Ani ng Sarangani, kita ng Sarangani. We are Sarangans. Sarangani kita. Sarangani lang malakas.
Good evening, Sarangani Province. Welcome back, and now we have with us the team Glan. Okay, so hello Aubrey.
Hi, sir.
Hello Yvonne.
Hello, good evening.
Kasama din natin si Christian. Hi Christian.
Hello, good evening.
And we have Sheila.
Yes, good evening po.
Yes, and we also have Mary Ann.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Ayan, good luck guys, and let's have Ate Chin, our moderator.
Sige, looks like very energetic pa din at this time ang ating team coming from the municipality of Glan. I would just like to acknowledge the presence of our SK Federated President of the municipality of Glan, Honorable Arla Lara. Good evening, Madam Chair. So we will now, if you are ready, we will now proceed to our interpellation coming from our 5 panel of judges. To start with, may we call for his question, Sir James.
Alright. Hello guys. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Okay. So here goes my question. So in your presentation, you've made mention that you will achieve UN SDG number 17, the partnerships for the goals. So now, how will you be able to secure your partnership internationally in terms of finance, technology, capacity building, and trade?
Thank you for your question, sir. So we will secure first, we will have our MOA or the Memorandum of Agreement, sir, through our group and to our partners. Then,
in addition to that, when it comes to partners, we will ensure that there must be a strong collaboration when it comes to contracting with these partners. And I hope this answer satisfies the question.
I think Sir James, you can proceed with your follow-up question. Yeah, we still have 1 minute left.
Sige. I-clarify ko na lang. So my question is, di ba yung UN SDG number 17 is actually a partnership for international partnership. So how will you be able to secure your partnership internationally? Or do you have plans on scaling up your projects by partnering up with the international, having international partnerships? Hello?
Okay. Sir, good evening, sir. Thank you for the question. By the way, sir, in our presentation, we have just presented that we will achieve 7 SDGs po, sir. Not 17, not number 17. However, in order to achieve those partnership, we will ensure that we will connect and we will ask support to the government agencies that are responsible, and also to the different NGOs, non-government organizations, for our project to become sustainable and to be actualized. I hope this answer satisfies your question.
Okay.
There you have it. Time's up for the first question. Thank you, Sir James, for that question for Team Glenn. Now we'll proceed for our next panelist. Can we have Ma'am Rinichi?
Hello, good evening. So my question is, I'm thinking about the potential market of your product since you plan to our farmers, right? How can you promote your local product being competitive with other brands? Yung produkto ninyo, paano ninyo ma-promote na magiging competitive siya at syempre marami ang bibili ng produkto ninyo at saka kung maraming produkto ninyo, marami din kayo matutulungan na farmers.
Okay, so thank you so much for the question, ma'am. So, with regards to the marketing of our product, we will establish linkages in other stores in the community, and also we will partner with the Department of Tourism for our product, in which they will urge the beaches and local restaurants in our province to use our locally made product. Hence, we knew that coconut cider vinegar in our province, according to the Philippine Coconut Authority, that there is no certain municipality that produces coconut cider vinegar. So we come up with a decision, since we are rich in coconut, why not utilize coconut water into high value product, in which in our market there's a lot of vinegar existing already. However, this coconut cider vinegar is locally made, the culture is in touch within, and also it is very unique, since this comes from wasted product, in which it has come up to a great innovation. And also, this coconut cider vinegar is natural, and it has no synthetic acetic acid, in which present in other vinegar. And also, it is rich in many health benefits, not just health benefits, but also it can be used as cleaning agent or for food preservation and food flavorings.
Yes, so in addition also, ma'am, these coconut cider vinegars can prevent obesity, liver damage, and delays breast cancer progression and health fights infection. I hope this answer satisfies your question.
All right, so time is up for our second question coming from Ma'am Rinichi. Hopefully, na-satisfy nga ninyo ang ating mga judges for that second question. Then we will now proceed to our third question, which will be coming from Ma'am Adeline. Yes, Ma'am Ad.
Thank you, Tichin, and good evening, Team Glenn. My question is more on the clarification of your finances. can you please declare to us what are your expected capital? Where would this capital be coming from? How much would be the earning and in what span of time? Thank you. Again, allow me to repeat it. My question is for clarification on your finances. Tell us the expected capital or the needed capital. Where will the capital be coming from? How much is the foreseen income and in what span of time?
Thank you for your question, ma'am. So first, in our capital, our expected capital is about, for the community base, it is about 100,000. But we can do it on a home base. So it is only just 30 pesos for a home base. For our project, it is community based. Then our capital comes from our partner, ma'am. For example, the land capital, ma'am, it is from our partner, which is the SK Kungan, the SK of Barangay Kungan, ma'am. And our machines, ma'am, is from the PCA po, ma'am. And in terms of financial assistance, ma'am, meron na po kaming possible possible investors po, ma'am.
And also, in addition to that, ma'am, the Office of the Provincial Agriculturists and the Office of the Municipal Agriculturists of Blan also pleaded that they will really support in terms of financial matters when it comes to our project, since this is very realistic in terms of the improvement of our economy in our province.
In addition, ma'am, yung payback period po, ma'am, it is about just 2 years po, ma'am, na makukuha na po namin yung in-invest po na capital po.
Thank you, Team Glenn. Gusto ko na i-follow up. Pwede ko ba, Ate Chin?
Kaya may remaining time ka pa, Ma'am Ad.
Yeah, they still have 25 seconds to answer.
Okay, the new normal, how will your project adapt on it?
Okay, on new normal, ma'am, kasi hindi po tayo, bawal po tayo maglabas-labas, so we can use a home-based po product. So it is easy to make and easy to, it is easy to sell because we will start selling through our community and online po.
Okay, time's up. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Team Glan, and thank you, Ma'am Ada, for that question. We'll now proceed sa ating next na judge. Can we have Sir Januel?
Thank you so much, Ma'am Chino. So, I would like to ask this question if anyone can answer the question. No? So, kanina tinanong ni Sir James Tino pertaining about the UNSDG number 17, and you made a manifestation that you do not only target one UNSDG, however, there are 7 UNSDG that you wanted to establish and you wanted to realize based from your existing project. Now, convince me why UN SDG number 16, which talks about peace, justice, and strong institution, is related to your existing project, considering that the target of this UN SDG number 16 is in the area of violence, the death rates, the abuses, the exploitation, and even trafficking and violence against torture of children. So, convince me why UNSDG will be achieved in your platform, in your project.
Thank you for your question, sir. So with regards to the SDG number 16, which is peace, justice, and the other one, we as we traveled in this municipality of Land, we found this small community which is Barangay Tungan, and then we are focused on the history of that barangay, in which it happened the is the case of SPO1 Rodolfo Tortal, in which we saw um, the effect of that case in that certain barangay. So therefore, with this kind of project, we already have um, planned and proposed. We're proposing now. We are trying to see and convince, look forward that we will achieve that there must this SDG number 60, that we will achieve that there will be peace in a certain barangay where we already saw that they need that kind of peace and order in their community. So I hope that answers satisfies your question.
In addition to that, sir, since in Barangay Bungan, people are in the community are struggling in terms also of financial needs and security. So we are convinced that we can achieve this goal through our project, in which it will create a serene environment, it will create additional employment, and when people are being employed and when they have sustainable jobs, then peace and stability will be achieved through this project. And I hope this answer satisfies your question.
So, follow-up question lang. Pwede pa, Ma'am Chi? Follow-up question lang. Very short lang.
Sige,
Just
sige.
answer me yes or no about this. So, you think that the problem in trafficking and torture of children will be ended because of this coconut cider vinegar na project ninyo? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Sige. May conviction, Sir John Rex, ano? Sige. Hopefully, that satisfies your question nga naman, Sir John. So, we will proceed to our last judge, Sir Oliver. For your question, please.
Hello, magandang gabi. Team Arla Duan. Anyway, sige. Casual lang. Narinig niyo ako? Hello? Naputol ako. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Sabi nyo, ang capital investment nyo, 100,000 pesos. Tama? Kanina.
Yes po.
Etong production nyo ng cocoa cider vinegar or cocoa water, tama ba? Hindi na ba kailangan to ng laboratory or center, manufacturing center? Gagawin nyo lang ba ito sa community lang ng mano-mano?
Okay, so thank you so much for the question, sir. So when this project will be actualized, we are also being encouraged by the Department of Trade and Industry that we will let this product be examined by the Food FDA, yes, Food and Drug Administration, and then also.
Okay, sir, in this product, we try doing it here in our barangay po, sir. Dahil na-test na po ito ng PCA and ng FDA, then they encourage us, the PCA, to try it here in our barangay. So, nakagawa na po kami ng example po, sir, na hindi na po siya kailangan ng
center.
Machineries pa, sir, para hindi nga po kailangan ng center. Pwede po siyang home base lang po na gamit.
Okay. So, sige, okay.
Yes.
Anong nagdagdag? Ano ang idadagdag?
Okay.
Sige.
So, in addition to that, ako ba magdagdag? Okay, in addition to that, sir, in terms of the building and the machineries, so we have already established communication with barangay Bungan, the barangay captain itself, about the place. And also, in terms of the building, the Office of the Municipal Agriculturist and the Philippine Coconut Authority, and also the Office of the Provincial Agriculturist have pledged already, sir, that they will really support this project until the association or our beneficiaries will become independent in the future.
Sigurado kayo na profitable yung magiging business proposal niyo?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, utang tayo
I
sa
guess
profitable.
time's up. Yes, sir. May ano ka? May follow-up?
The profitable daw.
Okay
so,
na?
baka pwedeng daan mo na sa utang, mag-loan mo na.
Sir?
Side comment lang yun. Side comment lang yun, ano. Yes.
Sabi nyo kasi may 2,000 na expected revenue kayo. So kung profitable yung magiging business ninyo, yung magiging capital investment nyo muna, kaya nyo nang utangin kasi may pambayad naman kayo later.
Okay, sir. So, meron na po kaming investors po, sir.
Okay.
So, yun. Time's up na for our last question coming from our last judge. Sige. Looks like our 5 judges have already thrown their questions. Any last question coming from our judges before we move on? Meron pa po ba? One question? No clarifications at all? Counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, sige. Looks like nasatisfy na ang ating mga judges sa mga kasagutan ng ating mga presenters coming from the Municipality of Glan. Now, before we end this night for the Municipality of Glan, can we have a closing statement from your team?
Closing statement.
Closing statement.
You're given 2 minutes to have your closing statement.
Sir, about sa project, sir.
Yes.
So, thank you. So, we would like to thank you all the judges and also for the province for making this competition in which the youth are really engaged, and this project we have really designed and dedicated this project in line with the newly approved bill of the National Youth Commission, which is House Bill 6339, in which it strengthens the Filipino youth in the involvement of agriculture and entrepreneurship. So we would like to really give thanks to our partners, which are the Office of the Provincial Agriculturist, the Office of the Municipal Agriculturist, and the different government agencies in really supporting and pushing us to do this project in which everybody can benefit, and in which since we are tagged as the coconut queen of the South, and coconut is considered as a tree of life, then this project is really giving justice to the so-called tree of life, in which we are really pushing through different innovations coming from coconut, and also it helps the people behind nurturing this tree of life.
And in addition, we are so thankful that we come up with this our economic solution, in which we can say that it would economically empower Sarangani province.
Yes. And also, we really have to pursue this, in which since youth are considered as the new the hope of our country and our nation. So we are very willing to lead. We are very willing to be a front line of this project, and we are really making these efforts and dedicated our time just to realize the potentials of this project Sarang-Ani, in which the farmers are also being empowered.
Alright, there you have it. Ang ating team coming from the municipality of Glan. We know na you really invested too much of your time and too much of your effort for this innovation and for this research paper. And hopefully, whatever will happen, success will be for you through the initiative and help also of our very supportive, ever supportive SK Federated President of the Municipality of Glan, Madam Carla Lara. So, good luck, God bless sa inyo, and we wish you luck. We wish you luck.
Yeah.
Let's
Again,
see if you'll make it to the top. Yes, Sir Vic.
yeah, so let's give them virtual clap. Ayan, congratulations, Team Glan. Thank you so much, Aubrey, Yvonne, Christian, Sheila, and Mary Ann. Yan, thank you so much. Congratulations. There we have it. Thank you so much to the delegates coming from the municipality of Glan. And now, we will announce the winners for this year's Sarang-Ini Solution Pitching Competition. And the winner for this year's Sarang-Ini Best in Video Presentation is the Solution Pitching Team from the Municipality of Glan! And now, let's award the Sarang-Ini Best Solution second runner-up. And the winner is the Solution Pitching Team from the Municipality of Malapatan. And now, let's move on with Sarang-Ini Best Solution first runner-up. And the winner is the Solution Pitching Team from the Municipality of Glan. And the champion for this year's Solution Pitching Competition is none other than the Solution Pitching Team from the Municipality of Alabel.